Beautiful people, it's one again, your guy, your engineer, Olani. So I'm here to talk about some aspect of woodworking and the type of roof that you may be needing. So, and also to talk about some issue that we are facing in the roofing. You know, I was reading a thread yesterday, and some people were arguing that why, because in the olden days we use zinc, no aluminium then, and they make flat carcass. That is the woodwork, are flat woodwork. They are flat woodwork then, and we don't. There's no record of leakages. You know, you can't. I said it again. You can't compare zinc. You can't compare zinc and aluminium of nowadays. You can't compare zinc and aluminium of nowadays. You know, aluminium have different property from zinc. Zinc is more tougher than aluminium. Aluminium is soft. The thing that make aluminium superior to zinc is that aluminium have a very high stability. Aluminium can stay for longer years, like 100 years, without replacing, without rusting, without fading. But zinc will be rusting, especially if you install a zinc close to an ocean. You can't even use it more than 5 years. You'll just be replacing it every time. But when you talk about hardness, tougher, zinc is more tougher compared to that of aluminium. Aluminium is flexible, aluminium is light, aluminium is soft. The only thing, aluminium is stable and aluminium is more beautiful. So if you use it for your roofing, you know, aluminium is made from factory. Zinc is made from factory and it's short span. It's not long like that. So the corrugation is perfect and it's tough. So there is no any wind that can raise it up. No wind that can bend it. You cannot see any opening from the zinc. Either you use it in high roof, in high carcass, a tall king post, or you use it in a lower king post. You can never see any shootout from the sides that will cause leakage. You can never see that, but you can see that in aluminium, because a wind, if the polar spacing of your wood is they are not closer, they are with a very high gap, like 700 millimeter between each other. You see, the nail are far away from each other. If you use aluminium in that certain, so you can see some opening, you can see some side will be opening. When wind is blowing, it will be opening those sides, because aluminium is soft, so that will cause leakage. So that's why I advise people to do a woodwork that are closer and perfect, and a high woodwork. You can't compare aluminium and zinc. Don't compare that. So my people, I just want to talk about this. You know, I'm putting my video on YouTube just to guide people just to guide you to know what to do. You know, before you do a thing, you need to have a knowledge of that thing that you want to do, so that people will not rip you off. The engineer will not rip you off. Your carpenter will not do a bad work for you, because we have seen a lot. We are the people that do the wood. We are the people that install the roofing ties. We sell roofing ties and we install it. So when there is problem, they come back to us, not even the carpenter again. That is why I say, before you do a woodwork, try and make sure you know the type of roofing sheet that you want to use. Either you want to use stone coated, all what people call Gerard. The stone coated have different design. They have bond, classic, Milano, Roman, shake, and others. Aluminium have different design also. Aluminium have aluminium long span, aluminium step ties, and aluminium met couple. So all these things that I'm mentioning now have different dimension or polar spacing that suit them. So before you use any roofing sheet, you need to know the type of roofing sheet that you want to know, so that you advise your carpenter the type of woodwork they will do for you. Because if you don't talk, your carpenter will just give you a quotation. You see that the quotation is very low. You just give him the job, and he do a woodwork of aluminium long span with a very high gap. When if you buy the aluminium, some people will not even tell you. They will just, because they just want to sell their thing and do the work and leave. So in another year to come now, you will face the challenge. Your house will just be leaking. You will still be calling the guys. You will just be replacing every day, doing maintenance every day. So you can just avoid that in simple manner. Just follow all what I'm saying in my YouTube video and you'll be guided. But these days, you can see people are just taking us for a fool. They are using us. So, but I'm posting this thing for free. YouTube is free and I'm doing this thing for free. But if you know that you don't want to give me job, please don't involve me in your projects. Some people now, I have a person that called me from Germany, I think last 2 months. That man, no, yes, we just end everything last 2 months. The transaction was not successful, but we end everything last 2 months. I've been following up with the man since 2019. You can see that man, my installer that is in Benin, went to his site 2 times, and the guy spent more than 1,500 to go to his site every time to come back, and the guy spent like 1 day, all 1 day to go and just study. That man has sent me, when he was doing this building, he sent me his roof plan. I give him quotation. When he do the kaka, I guided him every day. He was calling me, what can I do? I was following him up, I was guiding him. When he finished again, I sent my installer without requesting a dime from him. I sent my installer to the site to go and take a proper measurement. When the guy took the measurement, I give this guy quotation, and he said my quotation is good, my money is fine. So in fact, I went to our warehouse and do a live video with him on WhatsApp. He picked a roof that he want to buy. Can you imagine? This man collected my account number. He say okay. He now say he's going to send his brother to Lagos the second day. So I gave him my address and I have my number. I gave him my other number in case my number doesn't go. So that day I was waiting that this guy, your brother didn't come. So I just leave that day. I didn't even bother calling him that day, that I didn't see who you say is coming today. So I just leave like 5 days. So 5 days I contacted him. I didn't see your person that you say is coming to Lagos. In fact, I've already negotiated with transporter that want to take that thing from Lagos to Benin. I've already stopped that person. Okay, wait, my installer are intact. Everybody is set. In fact, the reach cap of we have already, because the guy say because of that lockdown, because of this COVID-19 issue, you don't want to waste time. Just come and pay and go. So I've already set everything. So after 5 days, I send a message to this guy on WhatsApp that Oga, what is happening now? I didn't see your person. He didn't reply me. I give him another 3 days again. I send message, just reading, it's not replying. I now send a voice note to him. So he now send me a message that I am sorry, I got a good offer from and this guy was before this guy just cut off, like it was, in fact he say I tried, because this guy was following, he was following up with me, asking me every stage he's going to do in his house. I was, in fact, a consultant that if he has employed consultant that will guide him on this kind of thing, that person will have charged him like 50,000. I was doing everything free just buy material from me and use and I just do his house for him. Just that what I want, nothing again. Everything I was doing free, go to his site free, do everything, go to my warehouse, do live video with him free of charge without requesting, sending him everything he's going to do on the site, make sure everything is good. So this man just went like that. So please, I'm just begging, if you know you don't want to involve me, you can just watch the YouTube, be guided on your own and leave me alone. Don't involve me in your, please, I'm begging, because I have a lot of people I'm attending to. Don't involve me in your project, because it's wasting of time and wasting of energy. How can I be wasting my money to go to your site to go and do measurements, to guide you on money that I'm supposed to collect money for consultation, just to make sure you do a perfect thing and just use me for your project, use me in the roofing stage. But when it comes, you say you see a cheap offer somewhere and you still come back that one day, these people do a bad work for me, these people sell a fake roof for me. So we don't do that. So if you know that you don't want to buy our material, you don't want to use us, please don't involve us in your project. I can't post a YouTube that guide you, and I also be guiding you on my WhatsApp, be calling you every day, you calling me every day, I'm giving you good information. some things that your engineer should have given you free. I'm be sure that your engineer that charge you should have been giving you. I'm giving you freely, and you just use me and dump me like that. It's not done like that. So I'm just helping people in diaspora, those people in Nigeria, so that you be guided on what to do. I'm not doing this thing just to do it, and you can waste my time physically again. No, something is not done like that. So there are some people that do. There are some people that follow up with you for a longer month and they buy. I in fact, applause to a man from UK. That man, I've been with that man more than 7 months. You can see this is the house I did for the man. So I was guiding the man on how to do his woodwork. Look at my boys on top of the roof. So he bought this roof from us, and we did the installation on 7. So we did the installation. You can see some people do like that, while some people they waste your time without even buying anything from you. So coming back to our explanation on woodwork. So according to what I say, if you are building a house and a house very wide, make sure you do your carcass to be very tall, and make sure if you are doing a flat roof, I don't say you should not do. There's some building that come with a flat roof. So when you are doing a flat roof, there's some building that you can't even see the roof. You can't see the aluminum. Either you use aluminum on top, you can't see it. So it's a very flat roof. You don't even need spending your money doing stone coated or using aluminum step tile or using Metcopo. Just use a long span, a straight one, because nobody is seeing that roof. Nobody is seeing the roof. The beauty is not showing. What is showing there is the design of the block work and the paint that you give the house. That's what will bring the beauty of the house out. So don't bother yourself using step tiles and Metcopo on a flat roof. You just give yourself problem. Even those houses that are flat, that you do blocks around it at the end of the roof, those houses are prone to leakage. The wall will be soaking. So you don't even need, because you still have more problem on that type of house. So in that case, you are now using a step tiles or stone coated or Metcopo on that type of house. You are just increasing your case. So don't do that. If you want to do a flat, there's some building plan that come with a flat roof. So if you want to do that type of roof, make sure you do your woodwork, a very good woodwork with a close pole line. You can see this house now. The pole line is very wide. So if you are doing a flat woodwork, don't use a pole line like this. You can see from here to here. You can see the pole line of this house. See the woodwork. That parallel line that you are seeing is the pole line. So if you are doing the pole line, let the pole line of the flat wood to be more closer than this. Let's say you are using 500 millimeter distance between the pole line spacing. So when you do it like that, and if you want to use a long span aluminum, always use a long span that is 900 mm. That one is not up to 1 meter, it's 900 mm. So that one have a coffee appearance. So that one will be flowing water easily. And make sure you use a full gauge aluminum. Either you are using 4.5 or you are using 5.5. Make sure you buy a thick one, a full gauge aluminum that will overlap very well. And make sure you use a straight 2x3 wood to do the pole line spacing. And make sure you buy more accessories. That is the nail, so that they can use it to nail it very well. So that any opening will not be on the side that will cause leakage in future. So look at this type of building now. I saw one building here. You can see this type of building. See, this person now wants to use stone coated. This is stone coated woodwork, and you can see this white house. Look at the woodwork. The woodwork is very low, so this woodwork is not suitable for this type of house. Where is the beauty? A roof is the beauty of a house. So when you build a wide house like this and you want to use stone coated material, and you are doing a flat woodwork, you are just giving this house problem. So this type of house now will be leaking in future, because the water will not have a chance to flow freely down. You can see no flowing if you are using stone coated in this type of house. So when a house have a design like this, you need to make the woodwork to be high a little bit, so that you can see this one too. This one too is very, very low. So I'm not encouraging this type of woodwork, because you want to minimize money. So where is the beauty? So if you want to use long span on this type of house, But how can you do a parapet and you are using long span? I know that anybody that do parapet and build this sort of house want to use stone coated. So if you want to use stone coated is to beautify a house. Aluminium step tiles is to beautify a house. A mescopo is to beautify a house. How can you do a lower woodwork and use stone coated? What are you doing? Meaning that you don't know the prospect of or you don't know the magnitude of a roofing. A roofing is to show the beauty of the house. When you are using stone coated, make sure you do a high woodwork a little bit, at least 12 meters above, 17 meters, so that the roof will show. They will know that you are using stone coated. The beauty of the house will come out, and you will not have any problem of leakage in future when there is expansion on the roof. So look at this type of this is the type of wood I encourage. This type of wood, you can see this house. This house is not having a parapet. And I know that this is a woodwork of a step tiles. This person may be using aluminum step tiles or something. So this woodwork is very high. You can see this type of wall. You can never see any leakage in future. This is the house I did in somewhere around the Korodu area. So the owner of this house is in I think India. You can see this woodwork. The woodwork is very high. So when you use our house now, you can never see any leakage. So the woodwork is very, very high. So you need to do your woodwork to be high when your house is wider. So this is another house I did in the Lekko area. The woodwork is moderate. So the woodwork is moderate and the house is okay because it's not too wide. So but this is too tall for this type of house, but it's okay. The only thing is that it will consume your money when you are doing the too high woodwork. It will consume your money, but your house will come out beautiful. So you can see this one now. This is a perfect woodwork for a stone coated. So the property of a stone coated roofing came out in this type of roof now. It's very high. So when you give this house a good plastering now, a good finishing now, you can see your house will be superb because the wood is already there. This person did a very high woodwork. It's one of my guys that did this house in Ibadan. So he did a very high woodwork and he used this is Roman. So he used Roman to do it. So which is very, very good. So look at this type of all this woodwork now, good woodwork. So this is another house that I did in Ibadan. You can see this one is moderate. This house is not too wide, but the woodwork is okay, and the house is not having too much design. You can never see any leakage in this type of house. You can see there will be a very free flow of water down. This is a black and white shingle. So anytime you want to do a woodwork, you can see this one. This one, I'm the one that did this one ago. This one is low. This woodwork is low, but this person, he obeyed me because he don't have too much money, but he called me before he did do woodwork. So the polar spacing are very, very close. You can see the step ties. You can see where this guy is standing now. The step ties is firm to the wood, and I advise him to use 5.5. It's firm to the wood and everything goes set. So this house, since we installed it now, we have never had any problem here. So because he obey all the principle of the woodwork, and he used 0.55 step tiles, which is okay. So anytime you want to do woodwork, make sure you call us first. You let us know the roof you want to buy, you want to use, and let us know the plan of your house so that we guide you. You know, so your plan may be to use stepped aluminum long span, which you are using. You just decided because you saw a very, very neat aluminum step tile. You see that's what you want to use in that your house. So I need to see that of your house. I need to see the type of carcass you want to do so that I can guide you. But not to be using us anyhow. Be sending us everything that you want to do, and later you can see this type of woodwork now. They want to use this house is a very flat house. You can see the polar spacing is very wide. So this polar spacing should be more nearer than this. You can see this gap, this small gap you see between the above the lintel, between it, that wood. You can see the spacing between this fascia and the nest and the wall. You can see the distance is more wider, but this wood this is flat, so it's supposed to be more closer than this. And the person use 0.55 aluminum. It will never have leakage in future, and nothing, because this is the plan of this house. This house, you have a flat roof, but if this person is using step tiles on this type of roof now, it will not work. And if you use metcopo, it will not work. If you use stone coated, why are you using this type of stone coated? Because this roof are hidden. You can never see the beauty. So the beauty of this type of house is the finishing of the body of the house, not the roof. So you can't compare. So that is it. So anytime you want to buy good material, always contact us. I don't do woodwork, but I can give you carpenter that can do a perfect woodwork for you. We can guide you on how to do your woodwork. You can guide you how to choose a very good roofing before you start a woodwork. Don't just do a woodwork of long span and somebody force you, because somebody force you to install step tiles on it. It will not give that person problem. That person has already sell his market, he has already collected his money and installed for you. So after some time, you will be having problem of leakage. So the leakage will be spoiling your POP, and you'll be disturbed. So before doing that, make sure you know the type of thing you want to use. Always call us so that we'll guide you on. Thank you very much. So my name is Niola. You can always call me on 081 6949 8907. My number is on WhatsApp. I'm on WhatsApp also. You can call me. You can check my other YouTube posts and see my contact also. Thank you very much.